Alright, so this is the engine. Just pull the cover off. Yeah, I'm not getting no. Welcome back to another episode of Rebuildz. As you can see, the other day we ended up pulling the spark plugs out of the 2018 Audi S5, and we found that these ones were flooded with fuel. This one was corroded, and you can see how much carbon buildup that was on these spark plugs. And we also look inside of the cylinder and all of that. So now that we know that these spark plugs are an issue, we already ordered some new spark plugs from FCP Euro, but they're probably going to take a few days to get in, so we have another plan. Remember that engine that we picked up last year, I want to say summer time frame, that we got for $100 from a guy? He said the customer ended up tuning the engine and the pistons end up breaking inside. That engine has some spark plugs in it. So what I am gonna do is to test these spark plugs, which I could put them in the car and just test them and turn them on. But what I'm gonna do is, from the couple videos ago, a sponsor ended up giving us this spark plug tester. So we're gonna put those spark plugs in the tester and see what happens, if they turn on or what, to see if, because by looking at them, we definitely know the car is not getting no spark. But I'm gonna show y'all that, and then we're gonna get the ones that we pulled out of the car. Then we're gonna start just see if those spark plugs are good enough. The only thing that we're wasting right now is time. So we'll see how that goes for us, and then we go from there. So anyways, make sure y'all hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click that bell icon, because you know you can get all the alerts of what we got going on, and whenever we go live or drop our YouTube shorts. For now, I don't even want to waste any more time, so let's hop straight into this video. Alright, so for this, one of these are the wet ones and one of these came out of the other side. So we're just gonna turn this on and see if we get any spark. So we're gonna test it real quick and see. Well, I hear something, but if you guys notice, I don't know if y'all could see it. Let me see if I could zoom in with the camera. If I can't, I'm sorry. But what it is, the spark is only at the bottom. The spark is not at the top. So that's our issue right there. These are not sparking. Yeah, so we're not getting no sparks from this thing, you know, but you could see this, it's igniting on the bottom of the spark plug, so nothing up top. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna switch it out and see if we could get those spark plugs out of the other engine that we have in the backyard. And it's just gonna cost us some time, but we just want to know if this engine really does turn over. So let's go into my backyard. We're gonna take that engine off, or those spark plugs out of that other engine. Alright, so this is the engine. Just pull the cover off. Had this over it, but I look like I need to wrap it a little bit better, because some sand is still getting on all over it. So I need to wrap it better. But anyways, let's see how these spark plugs are looking. So just a little bit of dust, but you see they don't look as bad. I want to say this kind of looks a little bit wet, I don't know, but let's check the rest of them. We just have to see if this will let it fire up. Hopefully it does, and then we're going to test them too in that spark plug tester. But this one looks a little bit wet in the threads. And yeah, so maybe this one I would want to use it. Yeah, I think this one I'm not going to use it, but and this one is different from the rest of them too. So but we're gonna test it and see. Kind of scared of that one though. So maybe it's this this one that the piston is actually messed up in. But anyways, I'm gonna cover this real quick, and then we're gonna hop back on the car. We're gonna take these ones out, put these ones in. All right, so these two are working. We're getting a good enough spark from these two. All right, so out of the 6, I think we got 4 good spark plugs. These 2 look kind of questionable, so we're gonna try them one more time and see. Yeah, I'm not getting no. Okay. Looks like I'm getting something now. Alright. Alright, so they look like we got all 6. So what we're gonna do is just try to put these in. As I said, we're just gonna test it to see if these are gonna work, and we're gonna have the car turned over. Hopefully it does. So let's go. So what I'm doing right now, I basically put these 3 in. So I just put the 3 coils in. So I'm gonna just put all the screws in on this side, and then we're gonna do over that side, because that side is a bit harder because there's a whole bunch of stuff in the way. Well, this side has a lot of stuff in the way as well, but I just wanted to get the easier side out of the way first. So once I get the easier side out of the way, then we can move on to the other side. What I'm doing is just putting these coils back in with and spark plugs in until the new one come from FCP Euro. We're still waiting. So once I find out how it's going with that, then we're gonna have to come back and swap it to the new one. But we just want to know if it's definitely spark plug. We use our spark plug tester, and it let us know what's going on. Now I'm gonna tighten it too tight, because you know me, once it comes to tighten, I'm always breaking something, so I'm not trying to do that today. Last one right here. So yeah, I'm starting with the easier side. That side, there's a whole bunch of stuff I gotta move around and stuff like that. So that one's clipped in, pushing that clip. Second one's clipped in, push that in. All right, I'm not trying to I'm just gonna have some of the wires kind of dangling in a sense, because I'm just trying to figure out some stuff first before I actually make sure everything goes back together properly. So this clip kind of feels hard to go down. I don't know why. All right, now we're at the last one. That end clipped in. So now we're about to do the next side. And once we do the next side, now this side is the problem side with all of this stuff in the way, and I really don't want to, so we're just gonna put those 3 in and then we're gonna see what the car does. All right, so now that we have the spark plugs, the new spark plugs in, so all we're gonna do is just try to turn it over and see if we get the same results. If it doesn't start, well, hopefully this should make it start, since we found some gas down in the, on basically the injectors just sprayed a whole bunch of gas and wet up the spark plug. So that's why we couldn't get no sparks, and the rest of the spark plugs didn't have a whole bunch of carbon. So we're gonna try to start it right now, see what happens. All right, see me have a whole bunch of tools and sockets and all that down here, so we're gonna try to start it and then see if it turns over. Let's go. So as you can see, now it starts, now it's working. So I would say it's just because the car, we needed spark plugs, so now that we have the spark plugs, they're good. So that's all we needed. We still got a couple of codes. I think this is because the door is open and because we need to put something else in, so that should be all. Alright, so y'all finally got to see that the car finally start, and that was the problem. The spark plug was the problem. I can't believe it. It was just something so simple. But I mean, the fuel rail pressure sensor needed to be changed because we got a code for that. We still have a code for that turbo pressure sensor, and then there's another code for the ECM because of the drivetrain. So remember that we have the other drivetrain that I took off this car originally, and that's in North Carolina. So more than like what I'm just gonna do is, instead of like shipping that over here, it's probably gonna cost more, because I think Audi chart said it's gonna be like I think it was like $400 to just program the whole car. So since we have everything back on it together, we're just gonna get some more stuff, and then that should be it. But anyways, thank y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hey, make sure you hit that bell icon so you can get alerts anytime we drop a short, a live, or even a regular video. But until next time, stay positive, stay motivated, and guess what? Make sure your haters see all this video as well. We are out.